Hey, folks, my guest today is Adam Baker. He's the founder of four B2B SaaS companies and two exits. He's currently the founder and CEO of Churnly.ai and Dealpad.io. He bootstrapped Churnly to 6.5 million bucks in ARR, and in 6 months has generated $400,000 in ARR for Dealpad. Adam, you ready to take us to the top?
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again.
So my obvious question is, Churnly seems to be killing it. Why go get distracted with Dealpad?
Well, Churnly's doing well. I think we really rid a wave on Churnly during the last 2 years, where companies were doubling down on retention, and timing for us was very good. Obviously, companies really wanted to understand the root cause of why their customers left. They really wanted to kind of keep their customers. So we onboarded. We went from a 1.5 million ARR to about 6 million ARR in that period.
What period?
So from June 2020 until April this year. So
wow,
under 2 years. Yeah,
bootstrap, no outside capital.
No outside capital at all.
So you own 100% of that business?
No, I don't. I own 85% of that business.
Okay. Who's the 15% is your engineers or what?
Yeah, so our employees earn a bunch, and we've got I've got some advisors that I've given shares to, etc. But we've no outside funding at all.
That's amazing. So when you see a deal like Paddle buying Profitwell, now that Profitwell retained product, just the retained product, is doing about $400,000 a month. So they're about your same size. You saw the exit price. Do you look at selling Churnly on the back of that?
Mainly I'm focused on building Churnly. I exited my last company way too early. And I think and it haunts me a little bit. I think if I'd held on for another 4 or 5 years, I would have probably 10x the valuation I got out of my last company. So I'm a little bit paranoid about getting out too early, which might not be a good thing. But
tell us that story real quick. What was that first company you thought you sold too early?
Yeah, so that was my second venture. My first company was acquired way back in 2007. My last company was called Blotter. And we were acquired by the Guardian Media Group, and we were basically authenticating news footage for newsrooms all over the world, and we were kind of doing fake news debunking before fake news was even coined as a term, and there were only two players in our market, and one was acquired about 6 months before us, and it made me panic. Thinking how many exits can there be now, and we were really in the kind of the news media content space. There's not a lot of M&A happening in that space, so I kind of went in with both feet and exited. Look, it was a good result. Don't get me wrong, it was a good outcome, but I think if I'd held in, I could have built that company to a considerably higher valuation than we exited that.
Yeah, interesting. Well, you've been there, you've done that. It makes sense. Now, before moving to Dealpad, on Churnly today, how many customers you have, and are they mainly B2B SaaS?
All B2B SaaS, and we've got about 90 customers.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free, by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. There's some concentration, right? I mean, with 90 customers, 6.5 million in revenue, you got some big customers.
Yeah, we've got big customers. One of the things that I like about the business, one of the things I really get frustrated about this business and why I'm founding DealPad, is it's extremely complex. And so this is not off the shelf software. So we've built our models, we've got proprietary algorithms, but we have to customize everything. And so when we go into a company, our services cost usually 3x is our SaaS cost. So our revenue isn't just SaaS, it's SaaS plus services to implement.
I see.
And it just takes so long. And I get, to be honest, I just get bored with it. And so we're carrying on journeys, definitely, building a great company. But DealPad, is a combination of my work really over the last 10 years of helping my sales teams deliver quotas and make sure that they hit close dates on time so we can forecast well. And whilst the two companies and two products are very separate, there's definitely a lot of synergy, and I can see that the two products unifying at some point, where we take a product to market where it's we're going to help you win customers with DealPad and close deals, and we're going to help you retain them, and we're going to show you how to retain them. So I can see somewhere in the future potentially there's the opportunity for us to go out with a joint prop, but at the moment they're very separate. I've been using the DealPad kind of model behind it for years to help my sales teams, and consistently see that it helps. And so we've turned that into software, and the validation we've had so far has been phenomenal.
That's amazing. Let me I want to spend the second half of the show all on DealPad. On the churn stuff, you mentioned split between service and SaaS. What would you say the split? Like if someone listening, I'm really asking, if someone listening right now wants to sign up, what's like the minimum AR they have to get value out of it? What are they going to pay you on the service side, and what are they probably going to pay you on the SaaS side?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, because it varies customer to customer based on the size of the customer, complexity, data sets, data maturity. Typically, though, we're running at about 70% ARR on SaaS, and then about 30% on one-time services to implement that.
I see. And the 70% SaaS, are you taking like a percent of retained revenue, or is it a flat fee?
It's a flat fee.
Oh, that's nice. That's different than the market.
Yep. Yeah.
So
we decided not to take that route because, for a lot of reasons, but I think you then get into lots of contractual disputes. And I've had this before where companies will then start to debate about how much revenue they've actually got from us, or if they acquire an organization and their revenue ramps because of the acquisition, do we include that or not? It just gets really messy. So we kept it really clean. We're happy with taking a decent SaaS fee. And we think that's fair for us and fair for our customers.
Yeah, no, it feels very, so I'm just trying to do math, 6.5 million total, 70% is SaaS. So about 5 million is pure SaaS, 1.5 you could call as services, but that 5 million SaaS split among 90 customers would mean the average customer there is paying what? $50,000 ACVs, right? That's super healthy.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So someone needs to really have like 5, 10, 20 million bucks in ARR to get comfortable paying a $50,000 annual fee, right?
Yeah, we've got customers that are lower than that on ARR.
Okay.
But yeah, I think typically the size of our customers, when I look at them, are around about the that type of level.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to DealPad. So you're building this internally. It's helping your sales team at Churnly. Now, how many sales folks at Churnly were using the first version of DealPad?
We had 8 using it at Churnly.
Okay.
We've had 500 using it over the course of the last 10 years. 500 or probably more than that. But at Cherney specifically, about 8 use it.
And so when did you, so it's now you've spun it out as its own entity. Do you have customers on that are not from your other companies?
Oh yeah, all of them are. I mean, I don't have any repeat customers. We've had to go out and build out a sales motion from scratch, and all of our prospects, all of our customers are new.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's very different. We're talking to different types of customers. So with DealPad, our sweet spot, our companies, software companies, again, B2B, but where there's anywhere between 5 and 50 million ARR. We think that we can really help that segment. Where there's an enterprise sales motion, but also where there's complexity in the sales process, where you're managing multiple stakeholders, where you've probably got an average annual contract value of 10K upwards.
Yep.
So it's, not transactional. It's not, kind of, DocuSign, who are just kind of trying to, sell $50 seats. But it could be DocuSign if they go into enterprise and start to sell, their enterprise suite. Mm-hmm. And so, so our ideal customer is very different to, although they're both B2B SaaS, very different to Cherney.
And so when you look at just DealPad, the customers paying for the software you just described, what are they paying on average per year or per month?
Again, it depends. It depends. So it depends on what they buy from us. So DealPad has a kind of a solution set of account planning, of kind of buyer alignment. So there's a kind of a two-way buying process that they can loop into, and then mutual action plans. And so it depends what they want to buy. A lot of our customers initially go for the middle of that. They want to actually understand what's happening in a deal. And I think this is where I see that customers get most excited. So inside their CRM, whether it's Salesforce or HubSpot or Pipedrive, they're relying on intuition, because ultimately the CRM can only tell you what's in the pipeline, what data they have, right? They can't actually look into a deal and tell you at what point that deal is at and how it's being evaluated. That's what we do. So that's where DealPad comes in.
But Banner, are we talking like $100 a month or $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month? What's like the sweet spot?
Yeah, so average investment into DealPad is going to be somewhere around about the 12K. So about $1,000 a month. Okay, perfect. And then are you upselling? You're obviously upselling based off features. It sounds like. Are you upselling based off anything else? Seats, number of deals, anything else? No, just features.
Just features. Okay, interesting. Okay, very cool. And then again, when obviously you've been building this for, it sounds like a long time internally at other companies. When would you say that you started the company though?
We started DealPad about 2 years ago.
Okay.
In terms of building the software, actually that's not true. Sorry, we started building the software about 2 years ago, and we started DealPad as a company about 8 months ago.
Okay, that's amazing. And then, so you've got customers on your site, some Hootsuite, FreshBooks, or Freshworks, etc. How many total customers are you working with today?
We're working at about 100 at the moment.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, that's impressive. In 8 months, you sent up 100 customers. What's your go-to-market, right? I assume you're using DealPad for your sales motion, but what's your go-to-market?
Yeah, DealPad's helped us a lot. So we're all outbound at the moment. We've not really focused on any inbound, because for me, that was an investment. We weren't really sure what we'd need to produce and what would work. So we've just really focused on outbound. And we've got a team of SDRs. We deploy, I guess, 3 software kind of vendors in our sales stack that help us go out and prospect well. And that's been it, really. It's just been a case of let's get leads in, let's sit great qualification and discovery calls, let's really understand the pain we're solving, and let's solve that pain repeatedly for our customers.
That makes sense. And all these 100 customers are paying, again, about $1,000 a month.
Yeah, on average.
That's great. So you're what, 120 grand a month in an MRR?
Yeah. Yes, but we're not MRR, we're ARR.
Okay, so you got it. So so said differently, about, what is that, 1.5, 1.6 million something, right? In ARR.
If we place it over the course of 12 months, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Yeah. That's really impressive. So yeah, I mean, 0 to 1.6 million ARR in 8 months. Again, that's super impressive. Now, obviously, you've eaten your own dog food. You've used the tool, so you know what's needed. What does your team look like today at DealPad? How many full time?
Yeah, it's small. We've got 9 folks here.
9 and bootstrapped, right?
Yep, totally bootstrapped again.
Or are you going to stay bootstrapped, you think?
Honestly, I don't know. With
He has a term sheet right now. That's what that face means. He's sitting on a term sheet right now.
I think that there's a huge white space with DealPad.
What's the offer? What's in the term sheet? How much?
We don't have an offer yet.
All right, fair enough. What would make you decide? I mean, you're already wealthy, right? You could fund this yourself. What would make you decide to go ahead and raise VC?
Yeah, I think just like I've said, there's a huge white space at the moment. We've got a few customers in the US. Actually, we've probably got about 20% of our customers in the US, but that's a market I really want to move into. That's going to take money. I think as well, we're focused very much on software at the moment, but there's every organization in the world with a sales motion could use DealPad and get value from it. Mm-hmm. At that level of scale, we'd have to find money,
Yep.
And so let's see how it goes. I mean, if we can bootstrap this to 10 million, which is what my plan is, ARR, then we might be able to make some different choices about, rather than going out raising money, we could do it a different way. We'll see.
I love that. And are most clients, they're all B2B SaaS?
All B2B SaaS at the moment.
That's awesome. I love your focus. It's all B2B SaaS. And how did you get the MVP built? Do you have engineers full-time or use a dev shop?
Neither. So I found there was a by the way, if you're looking for a co-founder, there's a great it's called Z-Hawk, and it's a really great platform for finding co-founders. So I basically just registered on there, signed up. They wanted me to pay off the bat, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what this site is, but I did it. And I found a co-founder. I probably did a beauty parade of about 25 technical people that wanted to co-found.
Wait, how do you spell it? It's Z-Hawk?
Yeah, I think so. I've probably got that wrong. I'll ping it to you after this, and you can edit it out and try the right name, because I'm almost certainly got that wrong. But so
I think you're thinking about starthawk.io.
Starthawk. Yeah. And so good research. and so I very specifically needed a technical co-founder, because I'm not a technical founder, and met Kim, my founder. He was at Facebook, and so Kim was a program manager at Facebook, and prior to that he'd been a software lead at King on Candy Crush.
Wow.
And we just hit it off, and
you split evenly. You go 50-50 or what?
Yeah, we were 50-50. Yeah.
Wow.
And so he was the first person in the 25 or 30 that I'd met, and I'd spent quite a lot of time in conversations with people that he just got it. And he's built the platform, from scratch, and using my models, but he's gone and built the platform from scratch. And for both of us, I think, we decided to go 50-50, and despite it being my concept and something that I'd been using and I'd verified and I had the domain expertise, I wanted him to have 50% of this, because I wanted him to feel that he had shared ownership. And for me, that was really important. For him, it was also really important. We know you have great playbooks. We're excited to have you come and speak on September 1st in Austin. You're going on stage at 11:40 a.m. The headline there is the email templates that Churnly and DealPad use to break 10 or grow to $10 million in ARR. So we're really excited to learn that stuff. You've got playbooks for everything, huh? No, I wouldn't say everything, but particularly
a lot. All right, fair enough. Adam, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, last book you read.
What the Dog Saw.
What the Dog Saw. Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Good question. Probably not at the moment.
Okay. Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building DealPad besides one of your own tools?
Yeah, Lusher.
Yeah. We're
really in love with Lusher right now.
Yeah. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Quite a lot. 9.
9. Oh, love that. And situation, married, single, kids?
Single, kids.
How many kiddos?
I have a daughter who's 26 and a grandson who's 1.
Oh, wow. That's pretty darn cool. All right. And how old are you?
I'm 48.
48. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Blimey. So many things. Don't raise money early.
Guys, there you have it. He built Churnly. He'll currently do about 6.5 million bucks bootstrap. 70% of that revenue is pure SaaS, working with 90 customers. But now he said, you know what? I've got to spin this tool called DealPad out, which is sales enablement. It helps you track these the deal flow over time. He's grown this from zero to $1.2 million run rate here in just under 8-9 months, which is incredible. Found his co-founder on StartHawk. They split it 50-50, totally bootstrapped, serving 100 customers today. He wants to bootstrap it up to 10 million bucks. We'll see what happens. Adam, thanks for taking us to the top.
See ya.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.